Hey everybody, my name is Scott Ahlstrom, and I'll be helping review this week's questions from the Week 5 Quiz Access Chapter 2. We're going to be covering questions 11 through 13, which will be going over an income statement, a statement of retained earnings, and a balance sheet. And it gives us some information at the top of the screen here for a specific company that will remain the same for each of the three questions. My understanding is your numbers may be a little different than the numbers I have, so we'll just go over what would be needed to be included, and you can enter your own numbers and make sure the calculations work out on your end. So to begin with, we'll do the income statement for a firm called Help Today. So as it gives us here the name of the company, what statement we're completing, and then we'll want to make sure we're selecting for the month ended. Everything but the balance sheet is for the month. With the income statement, we're just calculating two different items. We're doing revenues, and then we're also doing expenses. And you'll just pull the information from your list of accounts here at the top. So for revenues, the one I have listed here is just a consulting revenue. Enter your amount, and it automatically will start doing a total for you here on the assignment. And then for the expenses, I've got 4 showing up here: a rent, salaries, telephone, and a miscellaneous would be my expenses posted. So we'll come down here and just select each one of those. And then we'll plug in the totals that we have there for those as well. So then we've got our total revenues and our total expenses. And down here at the bottom then, we just need to decide, do we have a net income or a net loss? And to do that, we take our total revenues and we subtract from it our total expenses and put that there in the total. And that comes our net income. And then we'll take that one now to go help answer one of our next questions here. So going on to question 12. We're going to do the statement of retained earnings. Starts out again, name of the company, the statement we're preparing, and this again is also for the month ended. I want to make sure and do that. It gives you a hint here for the start of the month, December 1st, that you had a $0 balance. You'll just want to make sure you enter 0 there. And then with this, we enter our net income. And it gives you a hint here as well as part of the question and helps you remember what it was. If you can't remember, you can always click back. So you'll enter that amount. Again, it starts doing a running total here for us. And then after we've added our net income, we're just going to minus out any dividends. And we'll gather that from here up above, from up in the information that's listed. And so then this will be our retained earnings at the end of the month, December 31st, which is what we're calculating. We started out with a 0 for December 1st, added our income, minused out the dividends we've paid out, so that our retained earnings is the total that now remains. And we're going to use this amount now, the retained earnings, on our next question here for the balance sheet. So if we go over here to the balance sheet, this is the one financial statement that rather than we calculate for the month is as of a certain day. So as of December 31st will be the balance sheet. And this, what we do, will be the accounting equation. So we're going to take all the assets and they're going to be equal to the liabilities and the equity. So we're going to list all assets on one side, liabilities and equity on the other. And now we'll just go up here again and start adding the accounts, the different asset accounts, cash, accounts receivable. We have office supplies, office equipment. These are all things that the company, the firm has to help them do their business. And then we'll enter in the totals for each of those as well. All right, and that again just starts doing a running total here for us, and we'll just want to make sure we indicate what that is. That is our total assets. For liabilities, with the information provided, I'm pulling up just one, which would be an accounts payable. These are things that we owe, where we maybe used credit to get some of our office equipment or some of our supplies, and so that is a liability to the company. It's money that we're owing to someone else. And then for equity, the one that I always seem to remember is common stock. So you'll plug that in. And one I have a hard time remembering is what comes from our prior question, from question 12, and that's our retained earnings. So this is the money that we've been able to retain from the sales and revenues we've done, minus the dividends as we calculated. So if you jotted that down, you can plug that in. If you need to go back and look at the prior question, you can look at that to get that number. And then now here at the very bottom, this is the total liabilities and equity together. And so those two totals are now matching, which means we've entered the information correctly on here. Assets always equal liabilities and equity. I hope this has helped. If you have any questions, please comment below. We'll see what we can do to help you out. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.